Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
What's up, all you funky fish tank people? You watching Aquafunk with Jay, the Angel Freak. Hope everybody had a good New Year's. Made it home safe and all that. One of my New Year's resolutions was to broaden my horizons. Try something new. So, I had this 20 long here that was pretty much not doing anything. It was set up, running, but none ever in it. So, I wanted to do something small that I can put in this 20 long and not have to deal with them. I have to get bigger tanks and bigger tanks because I live in I have a small situation going on here, and more tanks isn't not in the cards for me. So I had two fish in mind: a pistogramma and rams, German blues, the yellows, the electric blues. Pistogramma, I wasn't sure on which one I wanted, and I went back and forth, back and forth. This is one of the reasons why I'm kind of late on this video, because I went back and forth on these fish for the longest, and I did, my research, I did my studying and all that, and well, ideally, in a perfect world, angels, rams, and a pistos, really, really similar as far as water criterias and needs and all that stuff. But I got a problem. The water out of my tap on a high range pH reads 7.6. Low range pH 7.4. So let's split the difference. Let's call it 7.5. And from what I understand, that's not too good for these fish. I mean, rams maybe, but ideally no, and they seem to be very, very delicate. And I didn't want to get these rams and have to buffer my pH down. Not to mention, this 20 long that I've been talking to you about, it's had driftwood in it for the longest, and it's still at 7.5. I think a lot of that's because my frequent water changes don't allow it to actually buffer properly. I don't know. All I know is I had like 3 pieces of driftwood in it, and it stays at 7.5. So I had to find a new fish to put in there. And I asked around, I thought about it. And there was one particular fish that has always piqued my interest, but I never really wanted to. It was always something that I thought was cool to look at. But and then I met a couple of you guys out there, and it changed my mind on something. The fish that I'm talking about, and some of you guys know what it is because I was talking about it yesterday. I was on Big Easy's chat early in the morning talking to some guys, and they was real helpful. You know who you are out there. And after I get off the chat with them, it took about 2 hours. Think about it. As soon as my local pet store opened up, I was there. I got African cichlids. I never thought I mean, I had African cichlids in the past, but, never it was a fish tank with some fish in it, and they happened to be African cichlids. It wasn't like something I was intentionally doing. It was just, they're there. But I didn't just get any African cichlids. I got Lake Tanganyika African cichlids. And there's a very specific reason why. Because as I did my research on this one particular African cichlid that I was interested in, I realized I've been looking at the wrong fish. They're down here. Let me show you. Alright, so this is my 20 long with my two Lake Tanganyika fish and my two mystery snails. That one is a gold head compressor set. There's another one in here who's hiding that is either white or white, whatever you want to call it. It has two different names, white or white pearl calvus, that doesn't want to show. Obviously, this compressor set is chilling. I got him yesterday, and look at him today. Hold on, let me flip this. Let me turn this. He's eating. He's loving that stuff, which is weird because their mouths are pointed upward, and I was always taught that if a fish has upward pointing mouth, it's because they ate from the surface. But he likes to eat from the bottom. He waits till it gets down to the bottom. Where is that other little guy? Now, like I said, I did not know that compressiceps and calvuses were damn near identical, except for some slight differences. The calvuses have spots their whole life. Compressiceps have spots as juveniles, but they go away as adults. I always thought compressiceps were those long silverfish from Lake Malawi. But both of these are from Lake Tanganyika, and they are different species. Did not know that. Little calvus doesn't want to come out. At any rate, this dude right here is hot. Look at him. Look at him. Get it. Get it. Get. Boom. They are carnivorous fish, but in this tank, prepare food, because I don't like dealing with having to quarantine feeder fish. You get these feeder fish, you put them in the tank, you heal them up, you get them looking all nice and pretty and healthy, and then you feed them to a better fish that you think is better, at least. That's brutal. All right, so I got some African cichlids. They're not the normal peacocks and monster predators that, you know, those monster fish that all you Hat Nation cats got. But you can blame yourselves because y'all tanks look so good. It piqued my interest, so you got yourself to blame. Nah, I got some damn Africans too. Like, that's what I need, more fish, right? But these fish are not just pretty, alright? I also got them because once I started doing a little bit of research on the calvuses, and I realized that I was actually looking at two different fish, thinking that it was the same type. Obviously, I'm not talking about the colors. I'm talking about their body shape, the structure, and all that. I didn't know that there was two different calvus and the compressor set, and their bodies are damn near identical, except they're different. They're different species. Their living requirements are the same. Their growth rate is the same. Their growth rate is ridiculous. Like, I say it like it's a bad thing, but I think it's cool because I wanted a small fish for this 20 long, and the actual growth rate on these fish make it ideal for this tank. They grow like, some people say an inch every 6 months, some people say an inch every year. So I'm gonna go ahead and split it down the middle again, and split the difference and say they're gonna grow about 1.5 inches a year. Their size, though, is debatable amongst a whole lot of people, apparently. Goldhead Muzzy, M-U-Z-I, compressor set from Lake Tanganyika. Some people say will grow to 4 inches, with the females being about 2. Some people say 6 inches, with the females being 3. Some people say 8 inches, with the females, of course, being 4. the white calvus or white pearl calvus, some people say 8 with the female being 4, or 6 with the female being 3. Who's right? I don't know. But I got one of each. I'm going to find out for myself. The compressor set a little bit rambunctious, you know. He's pushing around that white pearl a little bit, and one thing, there are a couple things that everybody pretty much agree on, that they need rocky areas to swim by. Like a lot of you Hap Nation cats got, you know, rock backgrounds, no plants and all that. The plants will in there, but I'm gonna have to add more rocks. They also like, you know, sandy substrate. I got tile down here, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put a light layer of sand down there, you know, to make it a little bit more comfortable for them. I got all these, you know, these white rocks. Of course, you know, I like the white substrate. I'm gonna go ahead and make some cave areas for them. I wouldn't call them shell dwellers, but the female will spend the majority of her life in a shell, as she's an adult life in a shell, and she spawns in a shell. Whereas the male will stay outside the shell. So to call the entire, like, calvus or the compressor set a shell dweller is not really accurate when only one of them does it. I'll find out. What else? They're peaceful fish, but they also will eat anything they can put in their mouths. And as you saw, their mouth could, well, I don't know if it showed it there. At any rate, their mouth opens up and protrudes pretty big in compared to its size. And it takes, for them to get full grown, is like 5 years. So they're gonna have some time in this 20 long, and that's what I wanted. I wanted something to be in a 20 long, something different. I was going towards, you know, the pistols and the rams, but my water quality is leaning me towards these guys, and I'm real happy about it. Crazy happy about it. Like, I'm a little bit more happy than I should be. I look at them and I giggle a little bit. What else can I say about the cows? I think I'm gonna get more. There are more color variations of both, and what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in here for a little while. 2 more, at least 1 more compressor set and 1 more calvus. I'm gonna put them in here. Then when they outgrow these guys, I mean, look at them. Hold up, wait. Look. You know what I mean? Pretty soon, they're going in my 90. So, yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm not going to get any more big tanks. There's a reason for that. Right now. But I do have my reasons. And you'll find out hopefully within the next 6 months. I'd like to thank Big Easy for having this chat and talking to those cats who, you know who you are, helped me make my decision. They didn't push me or nothing like that. I'd like to thank Master Aquatics. Hit me up today. He was joking with me, but I could tell he was also kind of, you know, like, he was basically being like, yo, where you at? We ain't heard from you. We ain't seen you. Where's the videos at? Where they at? Where they at? Why you bold? Why you slipping? That's basically what he was telling me. And I appreciate that. I was a member of a fish club at one point, but my schedule wouldn't allow it. So this is like my fish club. I got people in chats telling me things and talking to me and being mad supportive. I got people on other channels hitting me up, you know, lighting a fire under me. You know, I got people Dion006. We just joke, you know. So I'd like to thank all you guys out there. You know who you are. I also like to thank Fish Hut in Saddlebrook on 46. Those are the guys. That's my local pet store. One of my local pet stores, but it's one of my favorites because the people there they have great fish there. Other pet stores have great fish too, but this particular one got great fish people too. So, you know, I'm Saddlebrook Fish Hut off 46 East. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the link below. If you live in the northern New Jersey area, or if you live in, you know, NYC area, check them out. If you're interested in seeing what these converses do, because apparently a lot of people are not 100% on them, subscribe and hit the notification button. Share it with somebody who might be asking. You know, I got some big things for 2018 planned. I'm gonna show you my little fish area. Oh yeah, if you do live in the northern New Jersey, southern, I live in Wallington, New Jersey, Passaic area, Bergen County area. If you live nearby or willing to make a drive, or willing to work with me on I have that 90. I need to rehome those fish. I have some stipulations, but I need to rehome those fish. If you watching this, that's telling me that you're interested in being a better fish keeper, and you're the person I want to have my fish. So if you live, like I said, if you're interested in angels and you want to try out some healthy, you know, good angels, hit me up. Let's see what we can do. Anyway, catch me on my next episode, or maybe that little guy, a little white spotted, he's out now, but I bet you if I step down there, he'll bounce. I have more footage for you on that. Look, I'm out. So, like always, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your fish.